have a very special guest on the show with us this morning, Managing Director of DLG Wealth Management, Andy Guzzetti. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today to talk money.
Great to be here.
You know, money has been something that's been on a lot of people's mind, even the government's mind. And today we're going to talk about the debt crisis that we kind of just got through, which we are still in the midst of, but decided on. So let's talk Federal Budget 101. What do people need to know to actually get their hands on this?
Well, the first thing, Stephanie, it's very difficult to get your arms around this this budget crisis or debt crisis because the numbers are so high. We're talking trillions, billions, and millions, and people just don't grasp it. So what I did, and I'd like to show you this, I took the numbers and I took off 8 zeros. I said, let's talk about a family, just like the U.S. government.
Sure.
And I took off the zeros, but these numbers are exactly percentage-wise the federal government, what they were talking about a couple of weeks ago. And let's see exactly what they did on August 2nd. This Jones family has an income of $21,700. They're budgeted to spend $38,200, which means their new debt is $16,500, okay? They've already had credit card debt, so we're going to add that onto their credit card debt, and it comes to $142,710. This family owes $142,710. They look at it and they say, you know what, we've got to make some decisions here. Mom, Dad, the whole family sit around the kitchen table, and let's do some cutting. Let's cut some spending. All right, they spend some time doing it. Everybody gives in their ideas. If they did the same thing as the federal government did, the amount of money that they would cut from their spending is $385.
That's it.
That's it. So you can see when the S&P downgrades, or when we say we have a problem with spending or problem with our debt, the reason is that we've got to cut spending, and $385 off a spending of $16,500 for 1 year, add on 8 zeros, and that's why we've got the problem we have right now.
So your average American family, if they were faced with this exact same crisis, the Jones family as you're speaking of, you, as the managing director of a wealth management firm, would not suggest that they should only cut $385. That just seems ridiculous.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you have other...
Maybe a month.
Yeah, maybe a month, not even a month. It has to be a lot more. But again, that's what the government did when you take in the numbers. You know, this is $38 billion, $500 million. I mean, that's really what the number is. But when you look at it like this, it's $385.
But relatively speaking, it's still the same.
It's still the same.
All right. Well, thank you so much for breaking this down. It really does help people be able to actually get a grasp of what these numbers mean, because you add so many zeros and it gets a little far off. But thank you so much for sitting down with us, and I think you need to make this presentation to Congress and the government.
I'm sure.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie.